Hey everyone. I'm actually throwing this part of the video in after recording because I had a thought and I just wanted to throw this in there before this sort of potential curriculum reveal, is that I really hope that these videos don't throw people off their game. You know, I think with videos like these, it can go either way. It can be like, oh, wait a minute, like I've thought we had a really good plan for language arts, but man, I really like that idea. And I have definitely been a victim of this before. I've had ideas for what I want to do, or I've even purchased things, and then I see these homeschool moms talking about what they're using and what's really working or what they're excited to try. And it can throw me off a little, but I will say that without videos like this, especially as a new homeschooler, I would just be so lost. I wouldn't know all of the potential resources out there that could work so well for my family. And what I'm going to talk about in this video, I'm just doing math and language arts, but what I'm going to talk about are all of these ideas that I have literally pulled from watching homeschool moms on YouTube. And it has allowed me to craft a very thoughtful collection of resources. And so I hope that that's what you take away from videos like this that I put up on my channel. And I in no way want to throw you off or make you believe that something that works well for us is going to work well for you. So those are just my 2 cents. Okay, enjoy. Hi guys, Ashley here with Crazy Brave Homeschool, new homeschooler to a first grader and a pre-K'er. I'm excited for this video. I feel like it's a little premature, but I have noticed that there have been some moms talking about their plan for the upcoming 24-25 school year. And I really like these videos because it's kind of just like talking through their thought process before actually revealing what they've chosen. And so it's more so like, how did we get here? What was the thought process behind these decisions? Where is like the thought process now? Because it could surely change. It's only February. So I feel so dead set on these choices right now because I've been doing so much research the last few months. But again, it's only February, so things could definitely change before August. But as it stands, I want to show or talk to you guys and show a little bit about what I'm planning for language arts and math for my rising second grader. I'm going to be doing 3 videos of this kind of talk through for independent subjects for my daughter, and a separate video for independent subjects for my son, who will be in TK this August. And then I'm going to do a 3rd video of our group subjects, which will probably be, you know, quite a lengthy video because I have a lot of fun stuff planned. So for today, I'm just going to be talking about my rising second graders, language arts and math potential picks. Okay, so I'm going to talk math first. This probably won't come as much of a surprise. I'm not going to be making the changes that I have been considering. I'm realizing that our math actually is working pretty well. So presently we are using both Simply Charlotte Mason level 1 arithmetic and Right Start level A. So I'm doing sort of like a kindergarten curriculum with the Right Start and then a first grade level with Charlotte Mason, just to kind of see where my daughter is at this year. We didn't homeschool for kindergarten, we just unschooled. So I really wanted to like make sure that we're covering a lot of those bases. And the 2 together are going really well because they're really different. Actually, I feel like they bring in a lot of concepts that keep my daughter engaged. So on that note, the Charlotte Mason, though, I have found is quite redundant. And even though it's really hands-on with manipulatives, I feel like the lessons are just the same thing again and again. And the nice thing about Right Start is that they are not. I mean, some reviewers might say that Right Start is even a little too all over the place. But I think that's good for my daughter. You know, she is a kinesthetic learner, and we have all of the manipulatives for Right Start anyway. It's an expensive program, and so I want to commit to it. That has been some good advice that I've been hearing on YouTube from seasoned homeschoolers is, first of all, the best curriculum out there is the one that you purchased. I mean, I don't know, that's totally true, but I think that that's really good advice. I think it's a great tip. And we do have Right Start. We have all those manipulatives. That is such a word. And so we are going to be moving into level B, probably sooner than August. So our level A, we're halfway through, and I have this ready, the teacher's guide and the worksheets, as well as all of those manipulatives. So we are going to be starting this before second grade starts. And then I'm thinking probably around halfway into second grade, we will be getting the level C. We'll see. Obviously, I have no idea how it's going to go, but I'm really happy to be continuing with this. I think it's a great program. There's no reason to change. I guess where my head was at was I was thinking, do I get the level 2 with Charlotte Mason and keep going with that, since this is technically only a first grade curriculum? You know, bring in something more challenging with the level 2 Charlotte Mason. I have also been considering a company, a very small company called The Beauty of Play. Her name is Della. She's a homeschool mom. I don't know a whole lot about her background. I think she has a background in mathematics, like education. But her stuff is so great. First of all, it's super Waldorf inspired. And the thing that I love about her stuff the most is that she encourages the student to keep a math journal. So like, of course, students are working with like their math notebooks, but her lesson plans revolve around a lot of color, a lot of like illustration for math. She has these like gorgeous multiplication flowers. She uses the Cuisinart rods, and then you're like drawing these rods through her lesson plans in all this color. She uses these math journals, these notebooks, seems really gentle and engaging and playful. And I don't know, it's like, why would I bring in something else when we have something that's working? But I do have my son who will be in TK, and I don't want to talk about his stuff yet. But if I did bring in a new math curriculum, I could kind of test it out on him and maybe implement it with my daughter. I don't know. But anyway, I'm so enamored by her curriculum, and I'm thinking if I decide to bring it in for Poppy, then I would do the multiplication and division program that she has, and then potentially like the addition and subtraction for my son. That's what I'm thinking. Another resource for math that we have been using and that I am going to be adding onto is some of the things that we've gotten from Treasures from Jennifer. So this is also a small company who makes a lot of math manipulatives, calendars, like phonics activities. It's a lot of wood materials. And so I've showed this before. This is a like 100 board, and I got these little balls, these little colorful wool balls to go with it. So this has been really great for my daughter learning her addition and subtraction. So Treasures from Jennifer, she makes a ton more manipulatives to go on this board that are fractions, numbers, letters, crafting a sentence with proper punctuation. It's like these little squares that fit into the holes of all of these different concepts. So I am planning to get a bunch of stuff from her for that second grade, for, second grade materials. So like the fractions and building the sentences and things like that. So I'm excited to use this in more ways than just the one that we've been using it. So the last thing that I'm going to be bringing in for second grade math is musical multiplication. I have heard this talked about not a whole lot on the homeschool like YouTube scene. I've heard it a lot from A Little Glam, A Lot of Mom. She is one of my favorite homeschool moms to follow, and I get so many great ideas and resources from her. So she talks about this musical multiplication that she uses from The Good and the Beautiful, and that it has just been a great way for her little ones to memorize their multiplication facts. And I have seen how music has really helped my kids to memorize their months of the year, days of the week, continents, oceans, counting from 1 to 100. So we use a lot of music in our homeschool for all of those memorization facts. And so I'm excited to bring it in for multiplication. Let's talk language arts. Okay, and so this is why I'm glad I'm making this video. I have to talk this out because I feel like I have a lot of ideas and I want to bring in a lot of materials. One decision I do feel confident in is that we will be building our own language arts program for our homeschool. After using a literature-based program last year, and just finding that I had some issues with some of the books, and like half of the program didn't technically work for us. It was a great lesson, and now I'm realizing, first of all, what is sort of expected of my first grader, rising second grader, in terms of language arts concepts like vocabulary and grammar and spelling and comprehension and phonics and all this. I didn't know all of that like 10 months ago. And so now I'm getting a grasp on what language arts really means. And I love putting together our own stuff. I love all of the different companies out there that are stronger in one thing than they are in another. And so I don't feel confident choosing one language arts curriculum for us. I really feel much more comfortable cherry picking from all sorts of different companies. So that is what I am planning to do. I have some of the materials already that I'm planning to use. So I am going to reveal some of this stuff. And then some of the other stuff, I'm still just kind of working out if I want to get it or not. And again, it's so early. I don't even really know where my daughter's going to be at with language arts come August. So the things that I'm planning first, let's talk the books. I'm really excited to craft our own book list. So we are kind of getting further away from picture books, not for my son, but for my daughter. She's getting more into chapter book read alouds. Yay, I'm so excited about that. And so I'm going to put together our own book list of chapter books. I don't want to reveal what that book list is yet, but this will give you a really good idea of what I'm thinking. So right now we just started Charlotte's Web, and I decided to get the family literature guide from HearthMagic. She is an awesome Waldorf-inspired homeschool creator of literature guides and so many other things. She's on Etsy. You can also follow her on Instagram. And so I got Charlotte's Web to read. We have a play coming up in a month, so I wanted to get this read before we go to the play, and I got her literature guide right here. So this is just lovely. It's full of, I'm not going to do a flip through of this. I would love to do a video of HearthMagic literature guides once I have more of them, but it's just a really darling way to read the book with so many activities, crafts, a lot of handiwork, recipes, and then a big thing in her guides too, and this is the part that I really love, are the character journals. Okay, so this is what Charlotte Mason would call notebooking, and this is something that we're trying to implement because I just love this whole concept of notebooking. If you're wanting to learn more about that, there are lots of YouTube channels that talk about notebooking. I don't feel that I am the person to do it yet because we're so new at all of this. But the idea is that you are using the notebook to write down ideas and draw pictures and narration, and it's great for reading comprehension. And you can use it in all different subjects: science, math, language arts, nature study, lots of it. So I got this idea from A Little Glam, A Lot of Mom. She would pair one of the reading guides. She gets a lot of hers from HearthMagic. And then she would get these little, they're not moleskins. I forget. Here we go. They come in a pack of 6, and I got them off Amazon, I think. Paper Junkie is the company that I got these from. You get 6 notebooks, which would be enough for, ideally, would be enough for 6 chapter books. And then this is also an idea from A Little Glam, A Lot of Mom. I went on Teachers Pay Teachers and got this reading comprehension guide. They send it in a PDF of, I don't know how many are in here. It's several. And then you can go through and pick out the ones that you think would be good for your child, for their age. So an example, we just started the book. I think we're only on chapter 4. So set the scene. I scaled these down to 85% on my printer so that they would fit into the book. And so I would just glue this in, and then she would, for this one, tell me 3 things about the setting of the book, and then draw a little picture. And then we wouldn't do this for every page, right? We would maybe do a character profile. So this is her, Wilbur. And then the idea is that you write things as they come to you throughout the story. So maybe one day she has decided that Wilbur is a curious pig who feels sad sometimes. And then as we go on through the story, we're going to learn more about Wilbur, and we're going to write down a few more sentences about who Wilbur is. So the literature guide has ideas for using this comprehension journal. And then we'll be pairing more of these in there. So I picked out vocabulary words I thought would be good for her, a Venn diagram. Is this book fiction or nonfiction, and how do you know? And obviously, she would be narrating a lot of this, and I would be writing it down. If you could create a new book cover, what would it look like? So these are just really, really cute. I'm not sure if we're going to fill up a whole one of these. So that is my plan for the reading comprehension and just read aloud portion of our language arts. I'm going to be getting about, my goal is 12 books for 2nd grade. I think that's a really lofty goal, but I have chosen 12 different titles. And then I think 6 of those are with HearthMagic. So we'll be doing at least 6 family learning guides. And then for each book, we'll definitely do a comprehension journal. So for phonics for grade 2, we are going to be, this is my plan now. This could easily change. Right now we're using level 2 words I can build with Simply Charlotte Mason. So my plan is, we just started this. We're only on activity 9. So we will probably use this through the end of the summer, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we'll be on to level 3 by 2nd grade so that she will be caught up. We started teaching her how to read later because she's a really young 1st grader. So I'm hoping that maybe by the beginning of 2nd grade, she might be caught up. And if she's not, that's okay. But anyway, we're planning to use words I can build or Simply Charlotte Mason level 3. So this is my plan. Here's my son. He's going to hang out with us for a little bit. All right. This comes with a whole box of cards and then a student notebook. And so far it's been going really well because it's super game based, and my daughter really loves playing games, and it's very gentle. If she is not reading very well after this level, I might consider using a different program. But right now, I like it. We're going to stick with it for now. So we just started Explode the Code level 1 or book 1. I like mentioned this in another video. I'm like, oh, she hates it. But that was only like the first page. She's done a few more pages since then, and it's actually going really well. I think she thinks it's kind of fun. So my plan is to go through this and hopefully finish this by the end of the school year and be on to books 2 and 3 for 2nd grade. All right, so for spelling, we are not using a spelling curriculum yet, but I have this one ready to go for when she is like reading a bit more and writing on her own. We will be using Spelling UC. I got the level B because when I flipped through the level A, it looked really simple. And I know she's not here yet, but I just kind of felt like maybe the A would not be totally necessary for us once she is reading a bit and writing. I feel like this will be a good one for her. And then this comes with colored pencils because I'm assuming you use a lot of color in this book, which I think is really neat. So that's our spelling program, and that's definitely the plan because I have it. So I'm not going to be changing that. For grammar and punctuation, so I have a couple of ideas. I thought I was going to go with Beowulf's grammar. I saw some great reviews on that, and then I realized I'm not sure if that's going to be for her. And then I saw a video of someone talking about first language lessons, and we're not a classical homeschool by any means, but I do see a lot of similarities between classical homeschool, like ideology and Charlotte Mason. And I like the first language lessons level 1 with how gentle it is and how great it is for auditory learners. My daughter's definitely an auditory learner as well. And the lessons are very short, and it's not like any writing or workbook work, which I really appreciate. It also includes poetry memorization, and the poems are short and they're lovely. And then it also has a little bit of picture study, like artist study. And it just looks like a lovely, gentle way to start grammar. So I'm thinking that that's definitely the plan. But again, that could change. So alongside the first language lessons, I have the Usborne Junior Illustrated Grammar and Punctuation. I also got this idea from a little glam a lot of mom. I like that, like, it's not super wordy. These pages seem like easy enough for me to digest as her educator. I like that there is some color. Everything is pretty spaced out. And each page is its own concept. So, or I'm sorry, like each spread. So 2 pages covers one concept. I really like that. That seems easy enough to, understand and to articulate to her. So this will be just sort of like a little sidekick to first language lessons. In terms of writing, so we are going to be using also from Usborne, the Usborne Creative Writing book. So this is more like hands-on. This isn't really a guide so much as it is an actual like project-based program. So it has all of these prompts in here, which are really cute, and they're really like short, which I like. So they're not expecting her to write so much. The first spread here is about who do you think you are? A good place to start your writing is with a subject that's close to your heart, you. And so it's like, I live with, my friends are, 3 things that make me cry. And then it does have some spreads here for more writing, for like when she's ready to write a little short story. This would be like writing, writing dialogue. So like a conversation between her and another person. This spread is about points of view in third person. This just seems like a really sweet, gentle introduction to creative writing. I am a lover of writing, and I really want to get this right, you know, like introducing writing to her. So this is the plan right now, and we will, you gotta stop that, Eddie. And then we'll see what happens. Another great resource for introducing, you know, the like concept of storytelling are these books that I got from bearbooks.com. So they're hardcover and they're all white. They don't have lines, so they're really great for illustrations. But we have used a few of these. My daughter does like telling stories. I didn't want to be careless and just give them to her and let her go at it. So I give her one like every once in a while. The first couple she did just kind of like do it quickly and wasn't really thinking about a story. But then by the third one I gave her, she took like 2 months to to tell and to draw about a really thoughtful story about a witch and a girl who became friends. And I think that these are really fun for kids. I want to get more of these for sure. And then I want to introduce her to typing. So I've been looking around at a few programs, and I don't know, I could actually use your guys' help on this one. Some ideas on what you all have used or what you're looking at. I'm thinking about doing learning without tears, which it is like a computer program. So kind of game-based, which I feel a little like hesitant about introducing so soon. I know The Good and the Beautiful has a book-based typing program, but I don't know if that looks right for us. So right now I'm leaning towards learning without tears for typing. But again, if you have any ideas, let me know. We're still on language arts, right? Is this just too much? And so the last things I'm thinking about for vocabulary, I saw a YouTube mom, and I've never seen this anywhere else. It looked so fun. It's a book called All the Words Vocabulary Notebook. It is on Amazon, and maybe I can find a picture to put in here for you guys to see. But it just looked like a fun way to learn a new word every day. And then you would pair it with maybe like a book of the day, like a word book of the day. And so you'd like choose your word, and then you would fill in all these fun ways to define it in this All the Words Vocabulary Notebook. Okay, so I'm planning on getting that. And then I've seen some moms talk about word ladders, which is more like a workbook for grammar, reading pathways, and editor-in-chief. So those 3 looked good. I wouldn't get all of them, but those are just some workbooks that seem like they might be a good fit, because, and I know that First Language Lessons does this on purpose, but they don't include, or they don't encourage a workbook for that first level. And so I almost want to honor that and just not try to do too much. It's just kind of what I'm thinking. So it seems like a lot for language arts, but there are a lot of pieces to language arts, which is why probably most families would buy an all-in-one, because it covers all of those concepts. But I like to make our homeschool nice and challenging. Thanks so much for hanging out for this. Again, I want to also make a video for independent subjects for my rising TKer. So what I'm planning to do for his language arts and math. And then I'm going to be putting out a video of my potential plans for group subjects. So for our science, history, geography, art, and art, music, oh my gosh, Spanish, a lot of fun stuff. All right, guys, take care. Have a great week.